yield 5 minutes to the gentleman from California, the ranking Democrat on the International Relations Committee, Mr. Lantos.
Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I thank my friend for yielding, and I urge all my colleagues to reject this rule. Mr. Speaker, as we embark on this debate, I believe it is important to recall the debate we had during the first Persian Gulf crisis. In 1991, we were on the brink of war with Iraq over Saddam Hussein's invasion of Kuwait. Emotions were high, and the parties were divided. We Democrats were in the majority then, and we allowed over 30 hours of debate on 3 different measures representing profoundly differing points of view. I wish to repeat this, Mr. Speaker. We allowed over 30 hours of debate on 3 different measures representing profoundly differing points of view. And the critical vote, Mr. Speaker, was on a proposal of the Republican minority sponsored by the Republican Minority Leader Bob Michel. It was supported by some of us on the majority Democratic side, myself included, and it prevailed. And in 1999, Mr. Speaker, as the people of Kosovo bled from the wounds of Serbian bullets, this House had a highly emotional debate over 3 different resolutions relating to proposed U.S. action to end a humanitarian disaster. Again, the minority was afforded an alternative, which barely lost on a tie vote. Today, we are purportedly debating how to end the war, rather than whether to begin one, an equally vital debate, given the lives at stake. But the Republican leadership has thrown out all precedent, and instead of giving the House a chance to work its will, they are forcing us into a charade. Members will not be given a chance to offer amendments or alternatives to let the House work its will. Rather, all that is offered is 82 seconds for each member to state a view on the complex and difficult subject of the Iraq war. Mr. Speaker, I tried to work on this resolution with my good friend Chairman Hyde on a bipartisan basis, as I always have. But the Republican leadership expanded the original draft far beyond Iraq and rejected every one of our substantive suggestions. Mr. Speaker, this rule should allow all members to offer their own ideas through amendments to this resolution. At a minimum, it should allow a democratic substitute, and it should provide enough time so that every member has at least 5 minutes to express his or her views. Mr. Speaker, just as the Democratic majority gave Republican Minority Leader Bob Michel an alternative in 1991 during the first Iraq debate, our Democratic leader, Nancy Pelosi, should have the same opportunity to offer a democratic alternative with the same chance of prevailing in this House. Instead, the Republican leadership has turned what could have been a serious debate into a charade. I urge a no vote, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Oklahoma.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself just 15 seconds. I just want to make note for the record, we did offer the minority an opportunity for a substitute resolution. No, I won't. My time is very tight. Well, I think it is accurate, but my time is tight, and you'll have
It's
time.
a closed rule.
You will have time to reply. I'm not yielding.
Controls the time.
Not yielding. Mr. Speaker, I recognize